Okay, congratulations you all, because we're going to finish the tree system today. So we go to the next chapter. Yeah, we finished it. Meaning to say this is the most difficult part you've gone through. So let me try to remind you all. If you remember that the tree system, there's what analogy is. Okay, once we talk about the specialty coffee, the coffee is very pure, without sugar, without anything. It's something like a madhyamaka. Okay, but you ask people to treat people drink this coffee. Not many people want to drink, so we add more sugar. We add more caramel, many things. All right. So so this is, we call it as a Yogacara, mind only. Okay, but after this, it's still, the marketability is still not good. Maybe what we can do, we do more packaging. We put in the good box, good packaging, so that we call it like the Tathagata Kaba. Okay, so we understand that in order to make things, you want to outreach to more people, you need, the last one is the best one. Okay, this is from the author point of view. You think Madhyamaka is the best. Then second is the Yogacara. The third one, it will be the Tathagata treasury. Tathagata Kaba is a Ru Lai Zhang. Also remember, we talk about Zhen Ru, Ru Lai Zhang, all these things is regards that. But of course, now the problem we worry that what we worry is once people they buy the packaging of the coffee, but they like the packaging a lot, so they just keep on watching the packaging. They don't drink it. You know what I mean? Or sometimes our purpose is the packagings to attract you, but finally you have to go to drink the coffee, or the coffee with the milk and sugar. But later on, you should upgrade yourself to specialty coffee. But the problem is sometimes the packaging is so interesting, so you buy back for decoration. So every day you see, oh, the packaging is so good, right? You tell everybody, but you never drink it. So that is the problem. So I think that is our rule as a monk. We tell people that once people bought the whole packaging, we tell people, hey, don't just put at your room for decoration. You should go and drink it. So once you drink it, maybe after 1 year, 2 years, we tell people, oh, you should upgrade to specialty coffee that's more healthy, without any cream, caramel, the cream, all these things. I think it should be the right way. But it seems it really take a long journey from buying the packaging until to finally drink the specialty. Maybe some people until they die, they still haven't reached that final stage yet. Okay, so that is the analogy the author tried to mention to us. Okay, so we try to finish the whole text today. Okay, yes, please come to here. Actually, we begin here. Okay, yeah, Elena, your turn to read, please. Actually,
Actually, all the medicines, if they are taken, can save life just as well. That which saves one's life is not the bottle, box, sugar, coating, or capsule. To say nothing of sugary airplanes and dolls. It is the pill of immortality. The packaging is skillful means. Skillful means can lead to the ultimate, but only as a method and not the goal. The erroneous translation, skillful means are the ultimate, is harmful. If one buys a box or bottle because it is exquisite but does not want to take the medicine, this is wrong. If after buying the airplane or doll, one fondly looks at it or plays with it as if it were a toy, this is a real shame. If the medicine is mixed with too much sugar, moreover, it may become too weak or its property may change, such that taking it cannot save one's life. Selling the medicine honestly has its advantages. The three systems are fundamentally identical. The wise should skillfully integrate them into the doctrine of one pure way with one flavor of liberation in order to avoid further dispute. The most important thing is not to become so attached to the skillful means that one forgets reality. What, after all, was the Tathagata's great intention when he appeared in the world and preached the Dhamma?
Okay, thank you so much. Class, I think today now, I think nowadays the definition for the origin, originality and the reality is, I mean, you can see, a vast difference between the definition. You see, so for me, for example, okay, I think the specialty coffee is the best. Okay, but people can be disagree. They say no. I still feel with the milk and sugar is the best one. Who said that is the best? Who have the final say that specialty coffee is the best? You see, some people might not disagree. In Buddhism, it's the same. You see, so basically in Buddhism, what happened is we have so many different schools. Okay, for example, like Theravada, they will say that, oh, we have the specialty. It's a Nikaya. Okay, then the rest some, if let's say they are more polite, they will say, oh, I don't know because it's not happened. Some they will just say, oh, it's not Buddha saying. So all is additional from Chinese people. So they will directly say in this way. Okay, whereas in China, actually we have totally about X school, you know. What happened is for the X school, some they will try to put all the Dharma inside into the basket, but they do some categorization. Okay, they acknowledge, I mean, all are junior, but they will say that my one is the best one. For example, like Tian Tai also they have a system. They begin from the Nikaya, then Abhidhamma, then the Mahayana, and then last one is the Dharma flower. They acknowledge all school, but they say, for our Tian Tai, we think the Dharma flower is the best, is the ultimate. Whereas for the Huayan, they also have recognized all the teaching, but they say Huayan is the first teaching. Second is the Nikaya. They will say that Huayan should be the most, the genuine, the one. I see or not? It's the same for Pure Land. They also will say that, oh no, we are the most genuine one. You see, no matter how bad you are, how uncle, auntie, or maybe you are very high wisdom, a Pure Land still suit you one. Okay, and then Surangama school, we said, no, we are the best. You see, Surangama is the wisdom. Everybody can open the wisdom. See or not? So that is the point. No people can have a final say because our big brother Shakyamuni know more already. You get it or not? Okay. So it seems that if we acknowledge each other, it's already a good polite already. Better than people say, no, we are the Dharma, you are not. So that we create a lot of quarrel already. So this happened, I think, in the religion. I think that this is the point why in Middle East, the war between the Christian and also East Muslim and also the Judaism. All is regarding who are the most really genius one. For them, they say, oh no, Nabi Muhammad is the most genius. So Christians say, no, Jesus. Then the one is no more said, the war already. Then can kill each other. And a lot of people die due to the religion, you see. So that is the point, you see. But for Buddhism, since we haven't go to that extent yet. But sometimes, remember the Dharma said that they don't want to stay together, they want to talk to each other. Why? Because cannot stay already. Because I think I'm the most genius one. You think you are the most genius one, you see. So nowadays the problem is what can we do is it depends on the school you follow. For example, if you after learning some Buddhism, I think the best is to follow your capacity. You feel that it seems you feel good with that so that might be the ultimate for you So I think it's the best way. I mean, how to define the ultimate, and the rest is the experience. That's how to define. Okay, so regarding the packaging, it's very good example. We can see sometimes Chinese New Year people bought the gift. Yeah, very good packaging. But after you remove all the packaging, it's nothing. It seems you pay maybe 90% for the packaging. You see, so meaning to say that if Buddhism in this way, that will be quite bad already. Meaning to say that just a little bit coffee, we put many water, many sugar. So that is quite bad already. So we must be able to judge it. Okay, but some people that give me the present, the tea, the packaging looks so bad, you know. I think it doesn't spend much money in packaging, but when you make the tea, very good. So we know that it's very good. But you see, if your packaging so ugly, it is not attractive. 我第一眼睇我都睇唔起眼，哇咁樣嘅，但裝出嚟，哇 that's a good one, see. Then the rest are packaging 好好嘅， 咁差嘅。So what to do is I think we must have a balance between the junior and also the packaging. So we try to make it balanced. That is the best way lah. Okay. So that is so far from here we finished the whole tray system already. So class, remember if later on I go to join Surangama school, so you have to come back the way to Buddhahood. You try to take a look the kata kaba, but then you get the perception what is there behind, there's something behind there. Whereas for Madhyamaka, if you go to study Jinggang Jing, for example, now I have a Jinggang Jing, like Elena, you're 70% master in Chinese, right? The rest you cannot master very well. You come back to the way to Buddhahood, you see how is the Madhyamaka way to explain the truth. Then you go back to Chinese, then maybe can help you the other 30%. Yogacara Bhumi is very rare. We can hardly see people talk about the Yogacara Bhumi, the mind only school in the Mandarin. Not popular. It's totally not popular. But what you can see is maybe some university will offer some courses, short courses. So introduction to the Asanga, for the Yogacara Bhumi, they talk about how is the mind only perception in their meditative state. Maybe it's very rare you can see only. So still is the Surangama, the Tathagata treasure is the most common. Or maybe a Liu Zhu Hui, Liu Zhu Tan Jing, 6 Patria. So 6 Patria, I think will be more on, I think, let me see, I think more on the third one, Tathagata. Whereas all the Sunyata, like the Agama in the Nikaya, mostly the teaching is still more on Madhyamaka. The Sunyata is more on that. So this is what how you apply the knowledge. Yes, any question? Okay, Noah. Yeah, Elena, sure, I know that I mean, in the investment world, sometimes they will repackage. Sometimes we call it as a junk bond, and to sell out to the people. Right? It happened like the Raymond brother. Can I explain a little bit how the perception in our religion also will happen in the investment line? Like the Raymond brother or this, how they repackage it?
See, well, I'm not very good at that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's other field already. You need to say that, right?
No, because junk bond is something like usually is a bond that is being issued, but with no solid backing.
Oh, I see. So meaning to something, but can you say that they are trying to cheat people? Once the people sell off, it's cheat people, Oh, okay. So it's different already. For us,
but then if they are able to service the interest and pay you back at the end, so in a way they are just taking you for a ride with no backing, but subsequently say maybe they are able to make back some return and they still honor the payment, the repayment, then in a way it's okay lah. But usually junk bond people don't touch on.
Oh, okay. But during Raymond brother time, they repackage it and then people try to sell off, right? They also are some, I mean, the recognition AAA, they have been corrupted. So it means many people have the junk bond. Finally, Raymond brother collapsed, then the whole economy gone. Something like that, right? It happened in this way.
I think the more recent case will be on one MDB with Goldman Sachs.
Yeah. One MDB Goldman Sachs. Yes. So that is something have been repackaged already also.
Yeah, if you want to talk about junk bond, usually there will be someone there to do the packaging.
I see.
And they are able to have, you see, if they are using bankers like Goldman Sachs, people think that that one is a very, very, very reputable bank. So they won't question so much. That's where sometimes the problem comes up.
I see. So meaning to say that for us, the public, we don't know very much. You give me to read, we don't understand. So we believe Goldman Sachs. Okay, so same. Meaning to say that for the Dharma, the public maybe they also don't know. But if let's say we try to speak on behalf of them, people maybe believe monk, maybe believe the big organization, the temple, also they will take it. You see. So meaning to say that we are the one. We must make sure have a strict scrutinization to the Dharma. Don't let the fake Dharma come in. or something like that. Same, right? Same or not? All right. Because if you preach a fake dharma, people also think, oh, the monk teaching from the monk, it's a very famous temple. So they believe, you see. I think there's something quite similar. So that's why finally, we must play our role very well. And as a layman, if you are educated, meaning to say that, like me, if let's say I'm educated, I'm able to judge whether it's a junk bond or not junk bond. But if we don't have the knowledge, people say what, you just follow. We follow, I mean, the body, the recognized body, their authorization, they recognize, how to say, their accreditation or something like that. I got it up. Okay. So that is something related. Okay, now we go to the next chapter. Please take a look. So from here, we come to the four all-embracing virtue. After four all-embracing virtue, then we go to the 52 stages of the Bodhisattva, finish the whole thing already. Then finally, it's the merit of the Buddha. So we finish the whole thing. So after that, maybe you have to really think about that. Are you planning to become a Buddha or not? I think you have enough the information. Maybe you have. Maybe you still need time to digest. Wow, like that one. I mean, it's very so different before. Maybe Sally, you do chanting for so long, you don't realize that you don't realize that. Okay. Okay, so now we go to the next for embracing. Okay, the four all embracing virtue. Yeah. Okay, Sally, your turn to read, please.
The four all-embracing virtues, 187. The way to ripen all sentient beings is through the four all-embracing virtues taught by the Buddha. Giving affectionate speech, beneficial conduct, and working together. In the Buddha way, the 6 paramitas that enable one to accomplish the Buddha way have been explained. The four all-embracing virtues to embrace and transform sentient beings that the Buddha taught are the way that is beneficial to others and ripens all sentient beings. The four all-embracing virtues are 4 methods to embrace sentient beings. Wherever people gather to form a collective relationship, then in order for one to be able to function as a leader with the trust of the masses and have them being willing to accept one's teachings and put them into practice, one definitely cannot depart from these 4 all-embracing virtues. This holds true whether one is a lay person or a monastic person, whether the group is a family, a society, or a country, and either within the Sangha or among the lay disciples.
Okay, thank you so much. Never mind. Please stop here first. Okay. There's one case. It's good for the class. Once we talk about this 3 system or what. Okay. So class, do you remember recently there's one most famous people who passed away, the age about 60 something. Lu what? You know who am I mentioning, right? Okay. Okay. So actually he is very controversial. The point is because he tried to perform the psychic in front of the public. It seems quite real. It can make people who disabled and start walking, all right. And then their organization, they work so hard in chanting the mantra. I think maybe the accumulation is more than Tibetan Buddhism possible, because everybody chant a lot. Because he always mentioned that, oh, whatever happened to you, there must be some yuan qing zai ju at your back. Maybe they will tell you, Elena, why the thing so smooth? Because there's a ghost behind you. You have to chant more a mantra to save them or something like that. So people feel so scary and they work very hard, you see. It's very influential. They've got millions, the devotees throughout the world. So people start confused, you see. It seems that you say it's not real, but it's somewhat you feel is real in certain aspect, you see. And then it's very controversial. He is not recognized by the major organization body in China, in here. But a lot of people seems benefit, you see. It's very confusing, you see. People, okay, it seems that I never heard about he have any sexual scandal. Because if let's say they are the kafir, basically they will involve some sexual scandal one. But if we don't hear much regards that. Then we say, maybe he is very corrupt, he want the money, but it seems that people come to give him the money. He doesn't really say, give me the money. It seems that some involve a lot of subjectivity. And yet we don't have an organization who can really check the whole thing, the system, the account, all this. So if that's the case, how we going to see it? So for me, whether you are the Buddhism, are you under Buddhism or not? The most basic one is, do you recognize Triple Gem? For me, Triple Gem. Triple Gem, do you ask the people go to take refuge under Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha? If let's say you don't do that, meaning to say that actually you are not a Buddhism. No matter how much mantra, how many mantra you bring in, so we say that you are just you try to as a camouflage with me. You try to use it to label, to package yourself as a Buddhism, but and yet you don't want to under the Triple Gem because you don't want to be for being controlled. See, so that's how we see the registration is the most important part. Whether you are the Buddhism or not, if you don't want to register and yet you use a lot of Buddhism stuff and then you can play it. Of course, playing the psychic, we can't say you are is equivalent to the calf, because in Buddhism, during Buddha time, Mangalana also played the psychic. Okay, in China, we also got one monk, the name is Fo Tu Chen, who can play psychic very well. You see, so meaning to say we are confused. We cannot say you play psychic, then you are the calf. Not really. Okay, even Bodhisattva, they will use the psychic in order to save to the people. This is the rules, see. So very confusing. So no matter how, we just go back to the definition. Are you really under the Triple Gem or not? It seems very obviously. Now this type of body, they don't do under, but they borrow a lot of things from us without permission. Because no copyright, they just borrow mantra, borrow everything, and they can play it very well. Even effective than us, you see. Even more effective than us. So it happens in this way. So this is how we're going to judge the authenticity of the organization nowadays. Okay, so this is something relates to this. Okay, let's go to number 187. Yeah, from here meaning to say the four all-embracing virtue is applicable to all first. So let's take a look. If you form a family, you form a society, you form a country, or maybe you form a Sangha community, the four all-embracing is so important for you. Number one, form a collective relationship. Second, function. Maybe Elena consider you are the second people in the organization, right? Elena, so this four embracing will be useful to you. Mr. Leong, Mr. Leong, you are the king in your bus, betul. So it will be very helpful to you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Me also, I lead nobody in my temple, so it also suit me also. So Sally, who are you going to lead? Oh, you lead all the cheesecake, huh? Okay. Okay, so we go to detail how we use the for all embracing. Maybe, yeah. Elena, please, yes.
Sifu, just now on the issue that you just mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Now, can it be something like he is more towards Taoism, and also he like to embrace Buddhism? So that's why Taoism you don't follow the triple gem, and then because what do you call it? He knows that the benefits of Buddhism. That's why he chant all the Buddhism mantra and so all those things. And then on the other hand, he also I think his main subject, his prayer is mainly to Guan Yin Pusa.
Yeah. Okay. Can you define the Taoism for me first? What's the definition of the Taoism?
Taoism basically they pray towards a lot of idols, and also they burn a lot of paper paraphernalia and things like that.
Oh, I see. Okay, so it's the definition. Okay, what you try to mean is he is maybe okay. So your definition of Taoism is quite different with me but it doesn't matter. What you want to say is it doesn't belong to Buddhism. He is not Buddhism, but he borrowed a lot of things from the Buddhism, and he played very well, and he also helped people. People also feel, oh, you helped me also. A lot of people feel this, you see. So that's why people they confused already. How come you helped me a lot, but the whole Buddhism not really recognized or something like that? So Elena, what you want to say? He is, I mean, maybe he is a Taoism as you say, but he borrowed a lot of things from Buddhism lah. Just what you want to say lah,
No, then the thing is because I mean I don't follow him at all lah.
Yeah.
The thing is, a lot of people really a lot of his followers are benefited from him, and they get well. And
that's why.
It's really fun,
What? Because they work so hard in chanting the mantra, For me, I think I don't have the skill to get you and make you chant 1,000 Da Bei Zhou one day. I'm not able to do so, but he is able to do so, you see.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, Elena, if you were one day chant 1,000 great compassionate mantra, of course it's effective one. Right? It's a samadhi already.
Right?
But he able to do so. Until now, I think not many monastery are able to motivate the student to chant such a big number, right? So that's the point. Once you work so hard, of course you can see the effect there. But I think the way he used more like a threatening, or quite scared the people. You say, wow, you got a lot of ghosts at your back. Always relate to that. No matter you affected cancer, maybe disharmony in the family, maybe business gone very bad. So he will everything just go back, say, oh, your house got the 冤亲债主, all this. So you feel scared, right? Wow, got 冤亲债主. So you work very hard. It is effective, but maybe it's not the best way. You just try to scare people, you see. They don't really think about the Nibbana, not really. I mean, to set the Buddhism as a target, something like that. Not the real goal, actually.
But then the what you call it? Sometimes you think of it in today's world, can it be this type of people that actually ask for it themselves, You see? They're asking all this themselves because they might might be facing a lot of hardship and things like that, but yet they are not willing to do all the proper things until they found this master, and this master told them, no, you must do like that, and they do, and then I suppose it helps them to become a better person.
Yeah, I think so. Sure. Because we don't see much. Because the teaching is do more function liberation, and then do dana. Okay, then have a 5 precept, and then chant more mantra. All looks good. Nothing wrong with it.
Straight away 5 precept.
Ask people 5. I think got 5 precept. Yeah. Because if people involved in sexual misconduct, you scold people in the public. You see, you watch a lot of porn, immediately he scold to the people. So also observe 5 precept quite well. So nothing wrong. It seems right. Do more dana liberation 5 precept. Nothing wrong. mantra, nothing wrong. So that's why it's very confusing. People get confused. How come it looks very confused to the people.
Yeah, because at one time, many years ago, 我有睇過佢個 video tape. I was like, okay 嘛，佢都幫 like you know 幫人哋做go to the 行正路啊。
Yeah, that's the point. So Elena, maybe something like that lah. For me okay, for example okay, I package for example, okay, the KFC is looks so good so I decorate my restaurant like KFC. I sell the menu exactly like a KFC, but I call myself like a KLG, something like that. And then I don't want to under the rules from the KFC. So it's something like that. What I earn a lot of money because people confused. If they don't wear the spectacle, they will come to my restaurant. They thought it's a KFC, but exactly quite same. You see, what I earn money, I go to do. I help a lot of people. So once people if you are help so you say doesn't matter lah. KFC, KLG same only lah. Yeah, because they help me, right? So people get confused in this aspect. You see, so that's why I think registration we have to go through first. How is the registration? Okay. Then second is the thing you borrow. That's the things. I also believe. I believe in psychic actually. I also believe he help people psychologically maybe lah. If you don't believe, of course you can say it's a psychological. But if you can demonstration, you can play in front of the public, the whole stadium. Well, I think it's not that simple to cheat so many people. See, so there must be something good in this organization. That's why I say. But the dilemma is the whole Buddhism. They discredit you. So there must be something wrong already. You see or not? But anyway, maybe their member they don't bother. Okay, you discredit, never mind. As long as we believe, then we chant our mantra. It's still effective. I see. So that is the this is the problem. So sometimes I think it's a gray area. The way I see it's a gray area. Is gray area. And then our religion department, they just know the Muslim very well, Islam very well. They don't know. All Chinese they think all is Buddhism the same. So they just approve. They don't know. They don't know. So finally, there must be some Buddhism organization. There must be somebody inside the religious department to control which one is the right one, which one is not the right one. Then reduce the confusion. Okay. So Sally, you know what are we mentioning, right? You know, very famous already lah. Millions devotee in whole world. Okay, but anyway now because he is famous, I think the organization is based on his charisma. So once he gone, the aura, the radiant, the aura will start to dimming finally will just disappear, something like that. Okay. So the rest if you know the devotee, because they chant the mantra, you also chant the mantra. You can try to help them and bring them to the right path, or introduce them to the other organization. Okay. So this is something regards this. So class, let's take a look. As long as you are the member here, you are going. It helps you for this for embracing virtue. Okay, we go to the detail. Maybe Mr. Leong, you try to read the four embracing virtue.
The four all embracing virtues are fundamentally common to the world. Worldly leaders also should not depart from the principles of these four virtues. Since bodhisattvas have the primary goal of being of benefit to others, naturally they need these four Mahayana virtues all the more. The Mahayana's benefit to others requires that they be people with similar vows and similar practices, and the bodhisattvas have a position of leadership. The first of the four embracing virtues is giving. Of the six transcendence of bodhisattvas, giving is also ranked first. Giving material benefit is the key to embracing sentient beings, regardless of how ferocious an animal is. If you feed it every day, it will obey you. Non-Buddhists provide relief in the form of assistance, medicines, and the like to attract others. The result is that they increase the number of their disciples, which accords with the principle of giving. The second of the virtues is affectionate speech. The proper bearing for conversation is to have a pleasant appearance and sincere attitude. People who are being addressed should know that the word being spoken, whether they are good, human, worldly dharmas or world transcending dharmas, are for their benefit. Even if the words are reprimand, they will be accepted willingly. Conduct beneficial to others is the third virtue. That which is said to or requested of people should be feasible, so people can reap the benefits and increase the virtues of the Buddha Dharma. That which is not necessary, not wished for, or impossible, even if it is a good thing or good deed, will often drive them away. The fourth virtue is working together. A senior officer sharing will and wool of his soldiers will have their support and fullest effort. In the past, abbots and everyone within monasteries lived the same life, eating meals in the refectory, meditating in the hall, working in the fields with no discrimination. Thus, there were few obstacles to the abbot's management of people. The young Sudana made 53 visits to various good and knowledgeable people who taught him the doctrines that they themselves practiced. If what one practices and what one teaches are not identical, will others follow?
Okay, thank you so much. Never mind, can stop here. Okay, we got so many digesters.
For just one little bit more only.
Oh, really? I don't see it. It's
Little
summary.
bit.
Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, yeah, Mr. Please finish it. I don't see. I can't see it. Too big already.
Right. In summary, Bodhisattvas rely on these four all-embracing virtues to practice. So they are the leaders of sentient beings and are beneficial to them.
Thank you so much. Okay, because you hold the book, then you can judge comprehensively. I don't have the book. I can't see that. Okay. So in order to become a leader and be beneficial to the people, number one is about the giving. So class, let's take a look. So here is number one is regards to the giving. This is how we see. Class, do you remember? Mr. Leong in Ipoh, we'll see the Methodist School, Albert Mary, right? All these actually they're established by the Christian, and you basically their principal all are the pastor actually. So they try to establish the school, so they want to attract more Malaysia during the British colonials time to turn you all, to convert you all become the Christian. So provide education is one of the best way. Is this correct, Mr. Leong?
Correct. It is their missionary work.
Yeah. Well, more than that. So do you remember that why like Mr. Leong, Sally, and Elena, why your parents send you all for English education? The reason is once you graduate, you got your maybe Cambridge MCE or LCE, then you will be high pay. You get a high pay. But if let's say you don't under this English education system, you don't get a high pay. This is what the British strategy actually. How do I know that? During I was teaching the Sri Lanka Buddhism, history of Sri Lanka Buddhism before. You know or not? Actually, Buddhism in Sri Lanka can be dated before Christ about 200 before Christ. You know, so meaning to say the history Buddhism in Sri Lanka is very long. It's very long. So once the British come to Sri Lanka, so the first thing is to establish more school, clinic, hospital. And the third one, okay, if you come to study under our British system, so when you pass your LCE, you get a high pay. There are the compare, you just study in the Sangha or monastic school, we don't recognize you all. So this is what the strategy. So the way I see a possible, your parents send you go to this, send you for to Ang Mo, maybe also because of the strategy. They know very well. After LCE, you get a high pay. You see, compared to the other. You see, so number one is the giving, lah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Mr. Long, want to say something? Yes. Yeah, please, Mr. Long.
Yes, Sifu. The other actually advantage is also they have what you call civic cause, civic mindedness in uplifting our moral values.
Why you mean for English education system?
Because why they are basing on, let's say for example Christianity, to do good, love, and things like that,
Oh, if let's say if let's say I am the parents, if I don't send my children to under LCE, MCE, do I have any choice or not?
At that time, this is their choice of what you call advancement in their career and livelihood. Because
no, I mean besides this English educated system, is there any choice for the education?
Then there's of course the Chinese education.
So once they graduate from the Chinese education, they can't work in the government because everything is English, right?
Mostly basing on their English education system.
So the rest they graduate maybe the only way is they have to go to the private sector, right? Or suppose Chinese one or something like that. So meaning to say British, they really play some tactic so that to attract more Malaysian citizens to come to the English system, and then you go to study Albert Mary School or indirectly can convert you already. So actually until now, if let's say you study Ang Mo, you have a tendency to become a Christian, then the Buddhist, the tendency is there, right? Elena, okay. So this is the number one thing, okay. So second, regards to giving, let's take a look. You see, the author mentioned that if you feed the animal every day, they will obey to you. Sally, should I know how frequent your ex-boss to treat you in a luxury hotel for a dine-in? How frequent your boss treat you all?
Quite often.
Quite often. So will you obey to him after long-term fitting you with the good dine-in experience?
We only do according to what is the law.
You don't obey him. Okay.
Don't obey him. If it's wrong, we still don't obey him.
So meaning to say that your boss know it very well. He must always fit
He knows very well. He says we are the boss, not him. He only pay our check.
So meaning to say he really fit this all four embracing virtue. How about Elena? How frequent your boss fit you all with a good dine-in experience?
You usually go only on the like Hari Raya, the festivity season only, and then everyone's birthday, we celebrate that birthday for them.
Oh, so are you all obeying to her or not?
Definitely not me.
See, because we are not animal, we are human. So we just get what you give her, but we just do differently. How about Mr. Leong?
We follow the laws.
Follow the law. Yeah, Mr. Leong, how frequent your boss feed you all with all this good dine-in?
Actually, none. Except that if you can, once a while, if you can reach your target, you make profit for the company, then maybe they will have a party. That's all.
That's all.
Very seldom.
Very seldom. Yeah.
Yes.
So meaning to say that you're staying there for 30 years, but come tai lo.
Time is about survival.
Yeah, for survival. Yeah, but Mr. Leong, so is that the case? Do you treat your subordinate so that they work well with you? Do you treat them, your subordinate?
Treat them to, let's say, for example, teh tarik, roti canai, and all these things, and lunch and all.
Oh, it's already enough to win their heart already lah.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, a roti canai.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We need unity to achieve our target objective.
Yes. Okay. So this is, we call it number one. It's about the giving. Let's take a look and see. So meaning to say giving is the most important strategic. So I remember Elena mentioned Fo Guang San in Brazil. So they know the boys prefer kick the football. They prefer play the football. So you give them a football field. Win their heart first, and then attract them, come to the Fo Guang San and study, and then you insert the Buddhism, maybe a little bit and here. So how you start your influence. So it's the number one. Okay. Then the second is about the affectionate speech, meaning to say that you have to speak well. I think basically, you see, the proper bearing for conversations to have a pleasant appearance and a sincere attitude. Okay. So, yes, Sally, how about your boss? I mean, does he always have a loving speech to you or not? Especially to you, Sally?
No, not to me. I don't listen. I don't listen.
No, if low loving speech, meaning to say the working environment is not that attractive. I mean, you don't feel the loving speech like a lubrication. I think you always enjoy. You can talk well, communication well. Then this is quite crucial. So how about Elena? Any loving speech from your boss?
Not really, but my boss is he's very, how do you call it? His EQ is very good. He come in, instead of we all wishing him good morning, he will wish us first.
Oh yes, sir. Yeah. Hey, if let's say the LHDN, the CEO of the income tax department, wish you happy birthday, so will you reply to him or not? Yeah, they try to change the perception to the society, I think once your birthday, you will accept the birthday wishes from CEO of the HDN. But people, instead of wishing him, will curse him, I think. Very funny. Okay. How about Mr. Leong? Your boss always with the loving speech or not to you?
It depends, Sifu, and depends on the individual bosses that I work under. It depends.
But generally, I think
some are encouraging.
Oh, okay. But
some are encouraging, motivational, but some are really condemning.
But basically, which method, Mr. Leong, you think is more widely accepted and popular? Condemning or the loving speech?
In reality, conventionally, then the condemnation is more than praising or encouragement.
Sorry, again.
No, what I mean is they condemn you more than they praise you.
This is a real thing. Meaning to say that maybe leader usually when they're under the training, they know that, oh, I should have a loving speech. But when they go back to the reality world, they can hardly have a loving speech, because the character is the hardship people, right? Leader, so the habit is like a tiger, they used to have a criticism, but once they remember, they will just say, they will how to say, once they remember, they will come back and say good words to you again. This is
that is maybe after office hour.
yeah. I think so. Okay, number third virtue is the conduct beneficial to other. So whatever you do, it must be beneficial to other. So people can reap the benefit and increase the virtue of the Buddha Dharma. Okay. So Sally, do you think your boss will always do something beneficial you all? Or more beneficial to himself?
To himself.
Okay, so number one pass, second feel already, third also feel already. So how about Elena, number third one? Not that beneficial to the staff. Okay, yeah. How about Mr. Leong? Is this beneficial?
Not beneficial. Every time say rugi like company.
Oh, feel
Yeah, true. Every time, no matter rugi or not, they keep saying rugi already.
Every year also rugi, but business still
Yes.
go on.
True.
No, I think if as a boss, I say, we have a good profit making, or then everybody say, hey, increment salary, bonus, then they die already. So they won't tell you that they earn a lot. Am I right? Oh, they're so frightened. You all come to threaten them. Hey, we will, you will protect if you don't increment, earn a lot of money, right? I think that's the point. They never tell you that they earn a lot. Am I right?
I got one boss who's very, speech is very hurting and harsh is the thing. If I cannot get extra bonus, so you should also not get it.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
it hurts my all the full year effort in trying to make profit for the company.
Oh, yeah. I think maybe Mr. Sundabi should send them all for religion training first with more compassion. Metta Bhavana. The first lesson is the Metta Bhavana instead of a leadership, because basically this type of people, they are inborn with the good leadership trait. Inborn, they can lead very well. The one lacking is the compassionate and the loving speech. So they have to balance themselves.
Yeah, they send us for a lot of training, but then we do not have the loving feeling and the family, what you call, atmosphere in the company.
Oh, I see. So meaning to say that training is something say good, but in real world they can't do it, right?
Right.
Yeah. I think only NGO can practice this. If you go to Tzu or what, oh come, everything with the big love. Maybe NGO can do this, or maybe religious organization, or Mother Teresa. Let's go and hug to the patient, or they will only NGO can do the real profit organization that prioritize the profit Yeah. So Elena, what are you laughing so much? Are you laughing to your boss, Elena?
No, ask them to go and hug a COVID patient now.
Hey, but I think for Mother Teresa, if they are able to hug, it's not easy already. Not easy.
麻風病 is okay.
Yes, sir.
麻風病, when you hug the person or things like that, you won't contact, wouldn't spread the thing to you. But COVID now is through the air.
No, the point is because the hugging is one to let people feel the love, you see. But basically, once we see this type of, it's very disgusting, you see. I think it's not easy to channel your love through hugging to go to mafung pen. It's also not easy because the body they are decaying, you see. So I think it's not that easy.
I think those leprosy that they hug are people who has actually got well. Even though you got well, you still got the lumps everywhere over your body. Princess Diana also hug a mafung pen.
I know. If sincerely hug people, this type of people, you must have a strong encourages and loving to do that. Am I right? Oh, because sometimes even though our very close relative sometimes maybe we want to handle the feces or urine, or we also feel disgusting in the very beginning. Am I right? Or not that easy, you see. So they are the strangers, see. I heard that the Pope maybe also will wash the feet of the people, right? Something like that. You really need the encouragement because they got so many TV shooting on you, you see. You can't show any disgusting, a little bit also cannot, you see. The whole TV is showing on you, you see. Whole world will see how you perform your great love, you see. Not that easy, you see. Okay, the last one is the working together. Class, take a look. Here working together, one good example in our ancient time, if let's say you go to the, in our ancient time, let's say maybe in China, so what we try to do is, let's say, sometimes we have to eat together because it's a Sangha community. Now see, okay, basically in monastery, especially in China, now if let's say we conduct the ceremony, you see, thousands of people, you see, okay, but not all is the monk. Sometimes you see, this all is the monk. So abbot is sitting here, you see. So meaning to say that we all eat together. Well, why have to eat together? And then we also we don't work together. But once we do the meditation, we will meditation in the shrine all together. Why? Because in order to show the fourth virtue working together. Because if we work together, meaning to say that there's no discrimination. Okay, no discrimination. Okay, of course, as a abbot, you sit higher a little bit to show respect. This is our Chinese Oriental virtue. But if let's say you don't eat together with us, you go to other aircon room, so people will feel not that good sometimes. You're all in the aircon room. Of course, you see. But if let's say you also sit together, then we will feel more equal. Then it seems we are in the same boat. Then there will be more unity there. So that is this is why we say they will work together, meditate together, so they won't sleep together because due to the status they have to maintain their seniority. They won't sleep together, but work together also it doesn't happen. Basically they are the senior, they have their own work, more on management in the office. So as a monk we work outside. All monks we work together and outside. So that's the thing. So for you, what do you think that if let's say you are the manager, you think it is good that you don't have a separate room, or it is good for you that you have a separate room? Mr. Leong, what do you think?
It all depends, Sifu. If like for a Japanese, even the general manager of the department actually sits together with the workers, general worker. There's no partition or room for them. Oh, right. But then sometimes if we have some personal problem with the employee, then we need a room to isolate the secrecy and the personal thing from other workers.
Sometimes once there's a conflict between the management and the employee, you should settle the conflict within the room. That should be the way. So meaning to say that it depends on circumstances, whether you need a room or not. But the way I see Japan, how about the Western management? Mostly they have a separate room, right? CEO, they will sit differently.
Of course, they always show their seniority and power.
That's for Western type. So meaning to say the Oriental type, sometimes you don't see a room there. They're just one of the members, something like that, right? Oriental.
Right.
So if Oriental, they do this, meaning to say they adopt the Bodhisattva, because this four embracing virtue is very important for the Bodhisattva to become a leader and unite all the subordinate together. Okay, so meaning to say maybe now I think Elena still can apply it so Sally, no room for you to play. Mr. Leong and me also cannot not much thing to do. I'm alone only. But Elena still can use apply the principle lah. Okay, in your in the office. Okay, let's take a look. Here he could one example. You see, you say okay, a senior officer sharing will and woes with the soldier, so they will have the full support and the fullest effort. I think especially in the, especially in the army, in order to win the heart from all your junior, if you can do all these four things, they can treat you very well. But sometimes, but if let's say you try to become the friend, I think you have to be careful because some they will start to, how to say, 騎上你個頭then if you don't have the authority to control the whole party, then it could be worse, you see. So I think there is we don't have a very clear cut between the authority, the seniority, and working together. Quite hard to find. It depends on who are you going to lead. If they are the very, if the subordinate, they are very, how to say, they are the disobedient type people. You try to make friends with them, sometimes it could be worse. But sometimes maybe you can win their heart, and you take very long time to win people's heart. You see or not? Especially if you are the manager, if you are the appointed manager, you appoint as a manager, become a department, and the department, they are all the senior staff, but you are the new one, become a manager. Wow, then I think it's quite hard for you to lead because they don't, if they don't accept you, even though you are the boss, even you are the manager, you have the authority, but they don't want to follow, you can't do many things also. Am I right? So that is the real actual scenario. Do you have this experience or not? I give you a team, I let you lead a team that is disobedient to you. Iliana, do you have this type of experience? Leading the team which is disobedient to you. Do you have the experience?
My present company, because it's the one of the shareholders to ask me to join the company because they need somebody in that section. When I join in, they are my subordinates, but they don't want to listen to my suggestion and things like that. I've tried for the first year, and subsequently they try to play me out. They keep sending in resignation letters, and my CEO asked me, "Do you want me to retain them?" I tell him no. If I have to work until 12 p.m. in the midnight, I work for you. I settle your work. Let them go. Release them.
Yeah.
So I bring in my new team.
You have to, no choice already. Have to. So meaning to say that I think working organization is still better than an NGO, because NGO you can't sack anybody. You see, even worse.
You still can. I think you still can, depending on who's the person. Say you work in an NGO belongs to Mr. N, and then the Kwan R come in. Of course, you cannot sack Kwan R.
No, because if for NGO like the society registration, they're all elected, you see. And sometimes the whole team together, they have a whole team together, or maybe they got two team people. When you come in, maybe half of the members support you, the half they don't support you. Okay, so if you want to sack somebody, then the whole things will influence them. Maybe they don't want to sack them, because they are all elected. They are also based on volunteer, you see. So sometimes NGO even worse in terms of management. For you, just sack them all, bring in new people, then it's the new body already. I think it's more effective.
Not so easy, Sifu.
Yeah, I know that.
In 1 week, you get 4 resignation. Then who is going to do the job? Because those people that thought I don't know the job, but actually, from A to Z, you cannot say anything to me one. So I told them, I explained to them, I said, I've been working for so many years, you don't play me out.
Yeah. So meaning to say that you must be capable enough to handle. Because if everybody resign out, but you must, because you are training from A to Z. If let's say you are the boss of the restaurant and you don't know how to cook,
habis.
If the boss of the restaurant must become from the chef, then then the people cannot threaten you already. Same lah. I think Elena, you were undergoing training from A to Z, so they can't threaten you. They're gonna. Then you can handle the work by yourself. Slowly you train out your people. I think Elena, this is still the best way because they are the senior. They already have the perception already. They don't like you. They always boycott you or you can't do the work well. I think it's
no lah, because my company, there was at that time when I joined the time, basically different races.
Oh, different races.
Yeah,
I
so
see.
they cannot accept me.
Yeah. So you see, so many this type of issue. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Leong, yes, please.
Sifu, sometimes when you are new in the company, the older people inside the company will like to test you on,
Yes.
try you out, see whether you're skillful and knowledgeable enough to handle the job or not, and to handle them personally.
Yeah. So Mr. Leong, you have to treat them more frequently with more roti canai. And Mama's, yeah. So
Sifu, sometimes we depend after啦，買一紮米啦，蝕埋啊，捉唔到啦雞啊。
roti canai $1 one only lah. Just feed them roti canai. That means everybody already.
No, they ask Mr. Leong to make the roti canai cheaper.
Even cheaper. I think that's true. I heard that some newly appointed manager, they will bring the egg tart. Like everybody eat the egg tart. As long as they eat your egg tart, you need to say they accept you. Am I right?
No, not necessary. Not necessary.
Hey, Elena, do you bring them eat egg tart or not? You do not?
No, I had lunch with them every day one.
Every day
Have
lunch.
lunch every day, but certain days I will pay, certain days they have to pay on their own. I don't pay every day. But I look at the situation, not worth buying, so forget it. But after I bring in my own team, it's different lah. Different issue lah.
So the egg tart more worth already at that time lah. I see because human really different with the animal. For dog, as long as you feed them a few times, they recognize you as a boss already. But human more complicated. Very funny, but actually I have the experience. I have the experience leading a team who is disobedient one, so I understand. Sometimes this one newly appointed manager also even tougher than you establish. You form your own team even easier. See, okay, class. I think we finished this. So we understand this well. Okay, so I will see you all in